Hey, what's up everyone? What you just heard was just a little piece from the Warmth song that I put out. It is just a single guitar instrumental run through all these pedals that you see right here. So I'm going to tell you how I created this song. It starts with the guitar, and this is a Xavier JT100 or Javier JT100. It's a Jazzmaster clone. It has two single coil pickups, and I just set these into the middle position. So let me put it in front of the camera here, maneuver a little bit. So this guitar actually is one of my favorite for producing a clean tone. So you can see that is a pickup position, and I set it in between. By setting it in between, it kind of gives me the best of both worlds, and I like how it sounds, so that's what I do. And here's what the clean sound is with just compression on. Doing a there it is. So compression here, I have it set to the level is a little lower than noon. The compression is the bigger knob. That one is set to about 2, and the tone knob is set to about 2, and the switch is in the down position. So on that particular compressor pedal, if you're going to use that, those are the settings you need to produce that kind of clean sound. Next we run into the octave pedal, which my light for some reason decided that it didn't feel like working. I guess it's wanted to stay asleep. I have no clue, but it turns on still. So we'll click it on. This is the sound we get. To mention, my guitar is drop tune to D, so just the lower string is tuned down. And the third string are octaves. The settings on that pedal, on the octave pedal, is there's a lot of octaves going on here, but I think it sounds good. So so the sub is set up to about 1, the upper is set up to about 1, and the dry signal is set down to about 11, and that's will produce the sound what you just heard. Next it runs in through tremolo pedal, which I don't use on the song, into these overdrive pedals, which I don't use on the song, and then into the volume pedal, which I do use, and that's how I start the song, and I do it a couple times in between the song, doing some swells, holding chords. So after that it goes into this little gray delay box here. This delay is used maybe 10% of the song. It's not always on, but I'll show you the settings here. It's set pretty fast. There you go, it's just an analog delay. That one's rarely on. Next we go into the DD7 here. It is set on the far right knob here. It is set to modulate. That one is the tempo, which doesn't matter because we have it set up to this tap. And then we have the feedback set up to about 230, and then we have the volume set to about noon. And this is tapped in. The song itself is at 90 BPM, and I tapped this into half that, so I tapped on the 1 and on the 3, so that should give us 45 BPM on this. And this is what it sounds like. And that's how it sounds there. So next we break it off into the DD5. So this is where the signal becomes stereo. So these two cables on the side here, one is an input, the other is for the tap. So this tap is actually connected to both of these pedals so that they'll sync up. So this one's technically tapped to 45 also, but it's on a different setting. It's set up to dotted eighths. The next position is delay time, doesn't matter because it's tapped in. Feedback set to about 1. Effect level set to about 1. So the actual recording is in stereo, but you're going to hear what it sounds like right now in mono. So So what it's kind of doing on the actual recording is like a ping pong effect to go right ear, left ear sort of thing. But now, just for the sake of recording this straight into the camera, that's the sound that it's going to make. And some of you may not have delay pedals that are going to be producing a stereo image like that, so you could produce similar results. Maybe you don't want to run into 2 amps or into 2 separate signals, so that's how your setup will probably be if you want to reproduce it. And that's it for that one. Now the next one is pretty much the main sound for my ambience and tone, or part of it, is the reverb pedal. This is the Hall of Fame reverb. Should say digital reverb because it's digital, but just because it has a true bypass switch on it, it's still digital. So the settings I use there is the tone print, and the tone print is something that you go on TC Electronics website, or you can do it off your phone, which is really crazy. You're able to take your cell phone, turn on the tone print app, hold it up to the pickups, and it'll transmit the signal to this thing. If you're plugged in, it'll transmit the signal to that and change the tone print. It's crazy. Try it out. But what you do is you switch the tone print, and what I'm using is the big room with a view, and running it in stereo, and it sounds like a ginormous room with a ginormous view, which is exactly why I use it. The tone you can see is set up to about 130. The level up here, the level is actually on the bottom there, it's set all the way up. Then the K is about at noon. So this is what it sounds like. Then I just crank the volume down right then, and you can see how long it sustains. With that, the decay knob in the top left corner, if you were to crank that up, I noticed that it starts to do like a wum wum wum, which it kind of did there, not too much, but it'll start doing this weird, kind of like a tremolo effect to it, which I didn't want. So I just put it there. Maybe a little bit was alright, whatever. That's how I set it. So you could hear here, you could hear here. Look at that. You could hear what I did to open it up. I had these pedals on, and I swelled in with the pedal, with the volume pedal, but I'm not going to do it here because it's hard because the camera's right in front. This is what I did. I strummed and then I swelled in. And I'll turn the volume off. Volume's completely off now. And that is the bass tone for the entire song. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you need any other pedal reviews, let me know. If I could pick them up, I'll review them. If you like this video, please smash that thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, smash the bell icon to make sure you're notified for any new videos coming up. And like I said before, this is what I did for this song. You could try it out and then just tweak all your settings to make it sound like something different or something better. It's all subjective, so have fun while you're doing it. Till next time, peace.